Learning outcomes. Upon completion, you should be able to gain a general understanding of the NERC-CIP standards, CIP-002-5.1A on BES cyber system categorization and CIP-003-8 on system management control. Recognize the requirements of each of the two NERC-CIP standards, CIP-002-5.1A and CIP-003-8.
CIP 2-5.1A, BES Cyber System Categorization. Purpose: to identify and categorize BES cyber systems and their associated assets for the application of cybersecurity requirements commensurate with the adverse impact that loss, compromise, or misuse of those systems could have on the reliability of the BES systems. CIP 2-5.1A, BES Cyber System Categorization. Applicability: reliability and interchange authorities and coordinators, balancing authorities, transmission and generation owners, transmission and generator operators. Any distribution provider owning one or more of the following facilities, systems, and equipment aimed at the protection and/or restoration of the bulk electric system, BES. CIP 2-5.1A, Physical Security of BES Cyber Systems. Continued applicability: each under-frequency or UFLS or under-voltage UVLS load shedding system that is subject to NERC or regional reliability standards and/or requirements and performs automatically under a common control system without human operator initiation of 300 milliwatts or more. Each remedial action scheme that is subject to NERC or regional reliability standards and/or requirements. CIP 2-5.1A, Physical Security of BES Cyber Systems. Each remedial action scheme that is subject to NERC or regional reliability standards and/or requirements. Each protection system, excluding UFLS and UVLS, subject to NERC or regional reliability standards and/or requirements. Cranking paths and element groups meeting initial switching requirements from a black start resource up to and including the first interconnection point of the starting station service of the next generation units to be started. CIP 2-5.1A, BES Cyber System Categorization. Requirements: a process shall be implemented that considers the following assets: control centers and backup control centers, transmission stations and substations, generation resources, systems and facilities critical to system restoration, remedial action schemes, also known as RAS. For distribution providers, protection systems specified within this standard. Identify each high, medium, and low impact BES cyber systems at each asset. Review, update, and approve the identifications and have its CIP senior manager or delegate approve the identification at least once every 15 months. CIP 003-8, Cybersecurity, Security Management Controls. Purpose: to specify consistent and sustainable security management controls that establish responsibility and accountability to protect BES cyber systems against compromises that could lead to misoperation or instability in the bulk electric system. CIP 3-8, Security Management Controls. Applicability: reliability coordinator, balancing authority, transmission owner and operator, generation owner and operator, distribution provider that owns one or more of the following facilities, systems, and equipment for the protection or restoration of the BES. CIP 3-8, Security Management Controls. Applicability continued. Each under-frequency UFLS or under-voltage UVLS load shedding system that is subject to NERC or regional reliability standards and/or requirements and performs automatically under a common control system without human operator initiation of 300 megawatts or more. Each remedial action scheme that is subject to NERC or regional reliability standards and/or requirements. Each protection system except UFLS, UVLS, subject to NERC or regional reliability standards and/or requirements. Cranking paths and element groups meeting initial switching requirements from a black start resource up to and including the first interconnection point of the starting station service for the next generation units to be started. CIP 3-8 Security Management Controls. Requirements. Cybersecurity policies shall be reviewed and approved by a CIP senior manager at least once every 15 months that addresses the following. For its high impact and medium impact BES cyber systems, personnel and training, CIP 4, electronic security perimeters, CIP 5, including interactive remote access, physical security of BES cyber systems, CIP 6, system security management, CIP 7, incident reporting and response planning, CIP 8, recovery plans for BES cyber systems, CIP 9, configuration change management and vulnerability assessments, CIP 10, information protection and declaring and responding to CIP exceptional circumstances, CIP 11, declaring and responding to CIP exceptional circumstances. CIP 3-8 Security Management Controls. Requirements continued. For assets identified containing low-impact BES cyber systems, cybersecurity awareness, physical security controls, electronic access controls, cybersecurity incident response, transient cyber assets and removable media malicious code risk mitigation, also known as flash drives, USB sticks, removable media, declaring and responding to CIP exceptional circumstances. Any asset containing low-impact BES cyber systems shall implement a documented cybersecurity plan. An inventory list or identification of low-impact BES cyber systems or their BES cyber assets is not required. Lists of authorized users are also not required. CIP 3-8 Security Management Controls. Requirements. A CIP senior manager shall be identified by name by each entity and document any change within 30 calendar days. A process shall be implemented to delegate authority unless no delegations are used. The CIP senior manager may delegate authority for specific actions to a delegate or delegates. These delegations shall be documented, including the name or title of the delegate, the specific actions delegated, and the date of the delegation. These must be approved by the CIP senior manager and updated within 30 days of any change to the delegation.